Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday, December 21st afternoon. Shortest day of the year. Winter solstice. What are we going to do about that? Big market rally today. Everything's fine and dandy. Good afternoon, Patrick. Hey, Daniel. Yeah, happy ho-ho. Good. No good afternoon, Stafford, just an afternoon. All right, we'll go with afternoon. Evening, Charles. Santa's not coming and all his money went to Ukraine? Don't get me started. But what do you next you're going to tell me, George, that Santa's not real. And if you tell me Santa's not real, you're done. You're done. Ted says it ain't over till it's over. Hey. AP's World. Good afternoon, Jacob. Good afternoon to people hiding in the background. By the way, if you are new here, please do consider subscribing, ringing that bell, and hitting the mic button. All right. Again, just a reminder, no Bob tomorrow afternoon. He's actually in Chicago for the big blizzard that's hitting tomorrow. Yay. All right, but that doesn't matter. We still got trading to do. We got 2 more days left of trading to wrap up this week. Remember, stocks are closed on Monday. The official observance for the markets is on Monday. Remember that. So, let's see tomorrow. We got the jobless claims, initial and continuing. I don't know why they separated them so much. Probably because the initial are more important. This, remember, we're switched to a new site for economic news, but initial jobless claims, which has been holding, it climbed a little, but it's been it's been dropping steadily over the last few weeks, so we're going to have to see if that trend is still in place. GDP, the third quarter GDP, third quarter GDP. That's what we're looking for tomorrow. Remember, we have the 2 revisions and then the final numbers. Final numbers come out tomorrow. Not the price index. The growth rate is what I'm paying attention to. Expected 2.9%. The prior from the second quarter, remember, was negative. So this is the final revision for the third quarter. Then what else we have? Real consumer spending coming out. Core PCE prices quarter over quarter expected to come in just slightly better than last time at 4.6. So that's where we sit. We got a lot of numbers coming out at 7:30 Central Time, so don't get caught off guard today. By the way, we did have those consumer numbers coming out. Big jump. Interesting enough, 69% of the time from all consumer confidence numbers, they jump in December regardless of what we're doing. Also, gas being down and consumer confidence when gas is down tends to rise. But that was a big jump propelling the rally today, actually continuing the rally today. What else do we have tomorrow? 9 a.m. we have the Consumer Board Leading Index still expected to be in contraction. So that's key for me because this is a pretty big rollover for a recession indicator. Then we got minor Kansas City Fed Composite and Manufacturing. I'm still seeing if it's in contraction. They were both in contraction before, seeing if they're in contraction or get closer to 0. And then that is it. Clear sailing after 10 Central. And then don't forget, Friday, we have a lot of the personal income, personal spending, the PCE price index, year over year, month over month, and that's a biggie for the Fed. And there's the core PCs. So Friday I think it's even more important than tomorrow. But to wrap up a thinning out market, today, this is sort of pathetic for Tesla. Couldn't even stage a rally with things like Apple up 238 basis points, Microsoft up over 100 basis points, Amazon pretty decent reversal. Just watching for a return pop to the daily rotation zone. It was hard to find red stuff today. Toyota Motor Company was a little red. Oil popping today. Still watching for follow through on that. I will go over exactly what I'm watching for in oil also. But every sector was up for today. Fed watch 70% for that 25 basis point, and fear and greed still solidly in fear mode even after today's rally. We had Micron. That's the only thing I was watching after the close, and they did miss. Margins weren't as good. They're doing layoffs, so Micron should be down at this point. Tomorrow, we got CarMax before the open, but the used car market is pretty much crashing right now, and I would call it very steep coming in, but CarMax will be interesting to see if they have anything to say. And then nothing. I mean, we're done. We're done, really. We're done. And Friday, there are no earnings. We're done. We're done. When does the market close for New Year's? Well, it's open. Well, let's see. New Year's on a Sunday. So you have the 30th, it's open, and then it will be, the stocks will be closed on Monday. Okay? So the 2nd is the observance for New Year's. So stocks are closed this coming Monday and the following Monday. All right. Got our little rally pants on. Rally pants. You can see here a little pause, first harmonic, little pause, second harmonic. Then we had the launch with consumer confidence numbers coming out. Pretty much that key 1911 area. We've had, that was the key breakdown area, returning there. And this is almost, is it now a triple? It was a double. And it is technically a triple. So there's no overnight reversal pattern right now in the S&P. So let's just see where it's the 4-hour. No 4-hour pausing bar just yet. So tomorrow we have the next key areas. And look, we got, this is a thing of beauty. Thing of beauty going on tomorrow. Look at this. The little candle body resistance ledge coming in at a harmonic. Then we got the 37.5 retracement harmonic and the projection harmonic. So those are the next key levels I will be using in trailing mode on the S&P. It's definitely going into trailing mode at this point. 39.34. Then roughly 39.44 to 39.47. If you look at the daily, this 39.34 area is right at the candle body breakdown zone, and the harmonic is right at the top of the rotation zone. So those are the two key targets I am utilizing if the rally does go tomorrow. If we continue higher beyond that, if Santa did come early, this year, and it continues that I'm using 39.91. I have on the retracement harmonics, and between 39.91 and 4,038 would be the major area I'd watch for a top if it blows through this resistance zone. Why? Because you got the 50 to 62.5, and right in the middle there is the 200-day, or actually to the upper side, but that will be my key target zone should we keep running up. All right. Just wanted to check. Weekly cycle still not at the bottom, so we're probably going to get another cycle rotation, daily, and then a rollover into weekly and daily bottom. So my aspect is now it's trailing with this launch up, and remember we had that %B buy, which was confirmed. Initially done on the breakout, as I've talked about many times, but then confirmed in the close, but that was only valid for a return to the rotation zone, which we already did. So this is an aspect where it would be highly aggressive to try to buy something on the close if you didn't get it intraday because it's already hit the target area. So reward to risk would not be correct. Remember, sometimes you can get a trading signal and reward to risk, or risk to reward, however you want to state it, is Incorrect, or it's already gone to your target area. Therefore, yes, it signaled a trade, but the trade will not be triggered because there was no proper reward to risk. We still technically have this little minor potential double, but it looks like it's going to get wiped out in the NASDAQ. I'm just going to pull it off for now. Oops, wrong one. We had the little double bottom that ended up playing out. So that's done. This I'm just pulling off. If we do break down at this point, if we do pull back, the key area I'm watching on a more significant pullback is about 11,251. On a minor pullback, I'm utilizing about 11,290 to 11,300. I'll be keeping an eye on this 1 hour rotation zone overnight. And we're now above the 4 hour rotation zone. So my next key target on the NAS, let me pull off some of these so we don't really confuse people and I can put them back on later because I got way too many levels up here right now. The next key area I am utilizing is 11,457 to 11,529. That's a pretty decent breakdown zone. You can see it here. You can see it here. I'm going to bump it up just a hair. Actually going to go back. It was off that key close. I'm actually going to raise it just a bit with this price action. So we're coming in about 11,483. So my narrower target will be 11,465 to 11,483. So there we go. Hey, SM Greetings. Thank you for being here from France. Hey, Options 22. Thank you for being here also. 2 shortened trading weeks. Well, yeah, there are. I'll put up also the future schedule. Let's see. Do probabilities for doubles increase when they form against key areas? Against major support or resistance areas, yes. The probabilities do go up slightly. Sorry, my dogs are having a bark fest. There's lots of stuff going on. The Dow turned the potential or the confirmed double that not triggered doubles turned into a triple. I'm keeping an eye on the 1 hour rotation zone on the Dow and on a pullback area now. Remember, it's all these are in trailing mode. It's a 33,480 area. But looking to the upside, remove some other stuff. The next, if it continues up, there's not much stopping power. What's interesting on the Dow, you have a clear path move. And the breakdown area is technically an advanced clear path move, but the breakdown area is 34,370. So I'd have to look at that 1 hour. You do have a couple of minor stopping points, but the major area I'd be focused on is that 34,370. 34,370. So nothing yet there. By the way, let me do the reverse harmonics real quick. I'm actually bumping that target down 34,275. Why? Because that's the key 62.5. So I'm going to be utilizing that right in front of that 34,370. I'm actually going to be using 34,275. Little update right there. The Russell from that Sterling induced inverse head and shoulders, all targets hit, launch mode, and then coming up to, remember I put on the reverse harmonics? That was the next key target area, pausing out there, returning to the rotation zone. So the double target filled, and then the nice little reverse harmonics filled in nicely. Russell does have some pretty major resistance between 1797 and 1800. But above 1800, let's just see. Above 1800, I have to go to 1812 as the first, 1812 to about 1814 as the next target area. The DAX rallying up. The next minor target I'll be utilizing. Still going to watch for another rollover playing the DAX, but it's between about 14,225 and 14,254 is a pretty substantial resistance area. So that's my next target higher. The notes are still just a mess. But if we break down below these, this was a real, it was a triple bottom. And it's a little messy thing there. But now we have that key area about 113.09. We break below 113.09. I'm going to be watching for a quick trip back to about 112.03. The only thing that puts me in short-term bullish mode is if we break back above 114.02. Dollar index. Nothing's changed with the double. Nice inside bar from yesterday. My breakdown area I'm utilizing now for a retest of the lows if we start breaking about below 103.50. Other than that, nothing sitting on the hands unless we triggered that double. That's the only bullish play we have. And we break down below this 103.50 area. Watch for a retest of the lows. VIX collapsing back down. So this did nothing to invalidate the double, but we should still head a little lower on the VIX. Between the 87.5 and 100. Crude, here's what's it. Remember, I was watching for the break back above here, and now we did close. 78.37 was the 62.5. We're closing. It's technically not closed. We got 9 minutes left. If it does close above 78.37, the next key target area is about 80.90. And I'm using that right in front of this 81.68. So we could easily spike up there, but my next major target area is going to be that 50. Where do we sit? Has China stocks bottom? They might have found a short-term bottom. I don't think they've got long-term bottom yet. Is a delisting fear over? I think it's been somewhat quelled by the stupid new SEC rules with those, which they won't fully release about the audit stuff, but I think they're somewhat quelled for now. Tesla, again, market was very strong today, and Tesla still closing down, still trying to find a bottom here. It would be an aggressive trade tomorrow on a break above today's high, because on a close above today's high would be a % B buy for a return to the daily rotation zone. That's about the only bullish setup there really is. Potential bullish setup. Was watching this, but it's turned into a triple area down there, and it's a mess. Other than that, still next target. It hasn't really changed because we don't have a better pausing bar, so it's 132.55. Peek back in at Micron. So retesting the lows. I think, yeah, I mean, the trade before was back below the 62.5 for the 87.5, but that's been completed. I'm just still watching for another breakdown play there. That report was not, the earnings report was not bullish for Micron, and there is no bullish setup at the moment. So nothing to the bullish side. I'd just be focused on any short opportunities back to this 48.45. Okay, what else? What else? Things like people were all happy, like Amazon's rallying today. Just want to point something out. Remember, Amazon technical damage on Monday with a key close below the last swing low. Now it's just rolling back over. It's not even back to the breakdown zone, 88. Well, prior breakdown zone, 88.05. But even if it rallies back to 90 or 191, it's just heading into the daily rotation zone, and cycles are at the bottom. So I'll be watching for potential new short setups in Amazon. That's the other key area. I'm watching the descending trend line, initiating point, defining point. What else? Euro, still watching for the breakdown play in the euro. Nothing's changed with that inside bar today. Pound did get the breakdown play, but closing right at the 200. I'm still expecting the pound to return to this 119.20 area right in here. That's my focus on the pound. And the yen continues its little bounce after the major break from the BOJ change of policy, but I'm watching for another short setup. There just isn't anything great yet, unless we start breaking below about 131.50 again. All right. I'm not seeing anything else. And I'm not seeing any new questions. Apple, just a little bounce straight to the daily rotation zone. So even on a continued bounce back up, I'm watching for another rollover play because this also did some major technical damage. There's just not a lot of great setups at the moment besides these little bounce plays. It's already gotten a trailing mode. SBR. Nothing really. It's just trading along with the energy. You know, we got the bounce in crude. It's just trading up. You know, we stay strong in crude. I'd just be watching for a return to this high area still. Cycles have a little way to run up, but there's not a fabulous pattern in here. So, with that, not going to keep everybody sticking around here when there's not a lot going on. Let me just peek at natural gas. Nah, there's just not a lot of fantastic setups right now. Just watching natural gas to drop below 510 again. So I'm just going to leave it. We're not going to... Oh, I forgot something. Silver. Just keep an eye on here. We've had the nice little run in silver. It's stalled out against a harmonic. So we have a gap left behind still, and we have a potential double top. So if you're a silver trader, this is a great area to trail a stop or take some off the plate and then trail a stop, because if it triggers a double, we could easily see a pullback, you know, closer to that $21 mark. That's what else I'm keeping a very close eye on, because of the bullish position for a lot of both industrial and precious metals. All right, with that, I will wrap it up for now. You are welcome. Options 22. We'll go over all your key levels tomorrow for like the spiders and the Qs after we get GDP out of the way and see how the futures react. And then we'll fine tune ourselves for tomorrow and Friday. Then we'll have some time off. So I hope everyone is having a very, very happy holiday season so far. Don't force any trades. If you don't have anything setting up, you can see there just aren't a lot of good setups. Don't force it right now. There's always another trade. With that, I will see everyone tomorrow. Thank you, Charles. Bye for now.